Now joining us is someone that was way out front. In fact, maybe President Trump read his book, The Price of Civilization. Jeffrey Sachs is at Columbia University. He is a dyed-in-the-wool liberal. He is someone who does not agree with the president, but he has to see how the president applies policy here. You were way out front on the struggles of this nation with your book, Price of Civilization. The president struck a third rail with the American public, a poorer opioid, the different other issues that are out there that are all in your book. I mean, you were way out. What is the prescription to get this administration to begin a constructive dialogue with liberals, independents, and Republicans?
This administration is not having a constructive dialogue with anybody right now. What happened at the G20 this weekend was alarming, actually. They couldn't even make a statement opposing protectionism because Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, held the ground to say, no, we're not going to oppose protectionism. We're not going to make a statement about climate change. So 19-1. The U.S., Trump is absolutely arraying the whole world against the U.S. You watch it step by step. That's what's happening.
Would you suggest, and just in one issue, the opioid epidemic, Rob Portman, I'm going to suggest, doesn't read Jeffrey Sachs. He's a Republican, a moderate from Ohio. He probably is aware of your work, but he doesn't read it word for word. Except right now, you and the senator from Ohio have more common ground than with the president. Can the Democrats co-opt a Republican centrist group to oppose this administration?
Well, let me just say a word about what's happening. Our society's falling apart. This has been clear for years. There's a divide between those who have a college education, times couldn't be better, and those who have a high school degree. Jobs are falling, wages are falling, mortality rates are rising, opiate addiction rising, suicide rates rising. So along comes the Republican health plan. It's to cut the tax at the top and throw more than 20 million people off of health care coverage. Are they kidding? Are they kidding? What are they doing? It's dreadful what's going on right now. And we have to say it. Today, you know, you said you introduced me earlier as miserable mood because today's supposed to be it is World Happiness Day. And we are releasing the World Happiness Report. The United States is in a free fall right now. Out of the 34 OECD countries, the U.S. came in 21st this year.
We're going to come back to that in this hour with Jeff Sachs. Francine?
Yeah, but so Jeffrey, this is why people voted for Trump, right? He's trying to fix a problem. Now you're saying he's fixing it badly and he's focusing on the bad things, or he's going about it the wrong way. How would you deal with this unhappiness or this uneasiness that we clearly saw in the American people to give them something better?
We would have rich people pay taxes and we would have poor people on health care. That's simple. We would say, we tell the truth in this country that the rich have never had it better. They've never had more money. They've never had more rise of incomes, and they should do something for our society. And what he's doing is exactly the opposite. He's given every single position in this administration to Goldman Sachs so that they can cut taxes at the top. It's a heist.
Sachs, but he was voted on that platform, right?
Yeah, but then it's bait and switch.
This is not a surprise.
It's complete bait and switch. He said, I'm going to fight Wall Street, and then he gave every top position in the administration to one company. How much more bait and switch can it be? We have to tell the truth about what's happening in this country. It's dramatic. It's a war on the poor.
But, Jeffrey Sachs, do you actually admit that a lot of people in the U.S. voted for President Trump because he was going to deregulate? And
they voted for him.
Again, I'm not saying it's bad or wrong, but this is what people voted for.
They voted for him because he made promises to them, and he is lying. I'm sorry. This is the basic
point. Very quickly here, did Secretary Clinton lose this election because she didn't go after Midwest Democrats who are more conservative than the East Coast liberals like you?
She lost the election because she was a lousy candidate and she didn't have a position that people trusted. And Donald Trump said, I'm going to help you. And what he's doing is helping his billionaire buddies. It's so clear. It's obvious as long as we look at what he's really doing. Don't watch what he tweets. Watch what he says. Watch what he's doing.
God, I feel miserable. We're going to talk happiness with Jeffrey Sachs here in a moment. I just had a nightmare thought. Jeffrey Sachs playing golf with Donald Trump down in Florida.
That would be quite a round.
That would be quite a round.